So, you, my friend, have a very beautiful, unique soul, and you have a very beautiful and unique role to play in this world. And your energy just shines so bright. I feel like you're very radiant in some kind of way. And especially as of late, like you have really been, it's just obvious you've been going through a glow up, like truly. And you've been stepping way more into your own energy and getting so comfortable in that, like feeling very at home and starting to kind of build from this at home energy because you're starting to feel safe. And now you're shining even more from this inner safety, right? And this is a beautiful place that you've gotten into. Doesn't mean everything around you has to be amazing. It just, where you're at feels it's like a very content energy. Not everything's perfect, but it doesn't have to be because you're really just focusing on what you need to be doing necessarily than the outcome of every single thing that is going on. And so the interesting thing about this message is a side effect of this, because you doing this has been you calling back your power, learning all these little things and ways that you were giving out, energy, leaking out energy, things along those lines. So you started kind of wrapping that up. We started focusing on our foundations. 1, 2, 3. But it's been having very interesting reactions from other people. I feel like these past few months have been very clear to you about who's your friend and who's not. And actually, for even some of y'all, I'm hearing like kind of having true colors being exposed. Because it is giving like some people kind of stick around because they get ease of access without necessarily fulfilling the requirements your true energy embodies. Or people are sticking around to try and understand your recipe because either they have like this deep admiration and they really respect, where you've at and what you've gone through to get where you're at, but it's like they're kind of trying to do that for themselves because it's almost like that, well, if they can do it, I can. 222 on my timer. Or even I'm hearing like, why them? Why not me? I've got this, or I can do this, and why would that be gifted to them? Like, why would this work out for them? Like, why would this, I just also saw 234. And it just brings out like envy or anger, right? Just things that aren't very high vibe. Because it's bringing out their true colors, their inability to know themselves, their inability to do the inner work that they need to. Because, like, that's the big thing, is like, you have done the work. You've gotten to know yourself. You've undiscovered. I don't think that's the right way to put it. I think you've discovered more about who you are little by little, and you've been putting in the effort. You've been seeing things clearly, even if that means, the uncomfortability of being wrong. 321, the uncomfortability of having to realize like certain things that felt normalized to you may not really be normal to who you are becoming, and learning, proper habits, proper structures, things like that. And these people don't see this, right? Because they see what they want to see. And it's that you are getting what you want out of life, or you're having some kind of glow up that is extremely hard to notice. Like, you have definitely built some kind of foundation for you. And for some of y'all here, like, you do have a lot of eyes on you. Whether that means you have like a big platform, or you're just kind of getting a lot more attention and engagement and things. And it's because you're just showing up. Like, you're just here. Like, before you could have, I guess the way that I said that makes me get this feeling of like, before maybe there was people pleasing, there was a little bit of masking, you could have just been very shy, a little reclusive, maybe you just weren't supported growing up, or you've just kind of been that way, but you're breaking out of your shell. And you breaking out of your shell is actually like tossing upon people who were latched to it. Like, people that were latching onto you when you let that version of yourself go, when you took that shell off and you were like, actually, guys, hey, this is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, yeah. Let the light shine on me. I don't actually really know where that's from, but that's just sort of channeling. So, hey, like, it's just bringing up a lot of very interesting mixed emotions, I think, for you and these people around you. Because, yeah, like when you bust it out, like there are some people that have been kind of showing their true colors. People have been coming around apologizing. People have been like kind of, I don't know, it feels like their guilt is really weighing on them. Like some of these people, truly. And it's like making them kind of move in ways that are a little off. Where it's like, oh, that's a little extra for some reason. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Oh. You know, because these are people that were doubters. They didn't believe in you. They didn't feed you, support you. Like, I mean, feed you like life, vitality, stuff like that. Maybe they didn't actually even really feed you. Shoot, neglect can go in all kinds of ways. It's very disrespectful and disruptive. But it's just very energy. Oh, it's just very interesting because the more you've been protecting your energy, the more you've been realizing who wasn't like protecting you, who wasn't standing with you, but people who would maybe come in to like get to know you and like feel like they could kind of get one up on you because they'd make you look a little crazy or insane or stupid or naive. And like that's not really any of what you are. You know, you just move differently. You're very unique. You're not like the stereo cookie cutter kind of individual. Like you're just very like it is giving oddball, but in a very like beautiful way. Like you're actually dope as hell. It's just people with no personality like to kind of make you feel uncomfortable for being super real. Because some people don't have the courage to be who they are. And sometimes in a world where it's not really what's the word? It's just not something like that is publicly sought for. Yeah, people who see you thrive by choosing to go against the grain and be true to who you are and then make all this money or make all this fame or, you know, these connections or just have like a beautiful, wonderful life. It's like the people that go after it from false narratives get really jealous or really envious or angry because they feel as if you don't deserve it because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. But actually, you did exactly what you were supposed to do. And most people don't have the courage to take the leap of faith. And that's really where people kind of get you a little misconstrued. So later on down the line, you know, as people grow and heal and reveal things about themselves and deepen their inner connections, they start to kind of note these things. And the guilt starts to come around because, you know, some people are stupid, but like not everybody's really that dumb. And sometimes they know what they're doing, but they don't necessarily know the impact or why they're doing what they're doing. They just know what they're doing. So you have a very, very uniquely impactful energy, you know, because there's something that you do that enlightens people. It rekindles people's sparks, their passions and things. Like you really like help around in this world, and it's because you really learned how to help you. And so people just like look up to you. It's like, again, I'm getting this kind of like magnetism. Like you could just have really good advice or you could do just something super cool and people are just moved by your art or your creativity in some kind of way. And it's like all the people that were leeching off you because they wanted to be like you, all the people that were doubting you, all like they're seeing you do really well, and it's really weird for them because they never thought like you were going to get here, you know. And like other people thought they were going to be able to do what you do, and it's like, you know, maybe you have some passion towards what I'm doing, but you've got to find your own flow to it, like, you know. And it's just crazy because this is like a side consequence to you literally just focusing on what you need to do. Like it's not even like you really put out some kind of spell. You could have definitely put some wards up or like protection against like your name and things, but it's like you weren't intentionally seeking like these certain people out. Like they just showed their hand, they showed their true colors, and it's just kind of this really odd moment because you're doing really well and you're looking around like, wow, this is an interesting crowd. This is an interesting crowd. You know? And it's not like you're upset or anything. It's just one of those like very like hindsight is 2020, you know, kind of thing. Like, oh yeah, but it is what it is.